Right now in this class, I'm gonna creating some different section. As you can see, we are getting here 4 thumbnails, okay? And each thumbnail is getting different types of images. This is called filterable gallery effect, okay? Let me show you. You can see on the image, we are getting some title. If I click on this title, we'll get the filtration. See, it's truly amazing. Very first thumbnail is containing 5 different types of images. Then we have this one. If I click on this title, you will be seeing we are getting 6 different types of images, and all the images are getting some hover effect. See here. So it's truly amazing, isn't it? So friends, in this class, I'll be creating this beautiful gallery of filterable effect with this services and products section. I hope you enjoying it. So friends, why are you waiting for? Let's do it. Very first, I'll be creating some simple markup, then we'll go for the styling, and after that we have to add some custom JavaScript. Then it will be final. Okay. Right now I am on the index page, okay. Just here I am removing extra spaces. Okay. Now just after this closing section tag, I am taking B or 3 more times to get some line break, okay. You can even put margin top, okay, or margin bottom, it's up to you totally. After this BR tag 3 more times, I am gonna creating some ID. So very first ID, I am putting here works, okay, and inside this I am putting title. You might have noticed there I have added some title there. So here I am putting heading tag like H3. This will be having the title. Now I have added the title. After this again I am taking BR tag 2 more times to get some line break. This time I am adding a rep class which is not existing anywhere. After this I am gonna adding wrapper. This wrapper will be having the images, title, everything, okay. So just inside this I am putting class called top bar for the back icon. So here I am putting span. This will be having some class, okay, and also I am putting some code here like any percent this is the icon which I'm just adding there to go back, okay. Now this will be having some class and the ID as well. So very first class I'm putting here TP info. You can put any class name, but make sure to call the same class in the style.css or JavaScript to make it work. Now I have to add some ID to this, or I'm just putting ID here. Very first I'm putting ID called close. We have added ID here close, and also we have a class here. I'm just changing this class. I'm putting back class here, okay. This looks cool. So we have added with this span, that is class called back and the ID called close, okay. Just after this top bar I'm taking UL tag. UL will be having some ID, of course. So here I'm putting ID called TP grid, and the class again the same like TP grid. This will be having some li, and also I'm putting some data attribute from the jQuery that is called data pile. This will be having the data pile name. So very first I'm putting creative design, okay. So when we'll click on this creative design, we'll be getting all the images getting filtered beautifully. After this li, I'm just putting inside the li tag, actually I'm gonna putting anchor link because we have to make the image or the thumbnail clickable. That's why I'm putting anchor link, and inside the anchor link I'm adding a span for the title or the info which is coming over the image on the hover effect, okay. So I have added a span and a class called TP info. Again I am putting another span inside this span as well, so that will be having some different class. I'm not putting class here, I'm just putting dummy text called lorem, okay. Now we have to add the image. So just after this closing span tag, I'm gonna adding image. Here I'm locating my image. My image is available inside the folder called image and 1.png. If you want to take a look how the size is, 400 by 267 into 267 pixels. Friends, all the images will be provided in the description box, so you can download that easily. If I show in the browser, then definitely will get the dummy text and the image. Let me show you. As you can see, we are getting the image and all the things right here, okay. So right now what I have to do, I have to duplicate the same upper line code multiple times. You might have noticed we are getting, let me show you. You can see we have the very first thumbnail which is containing different types of images. If I click on this creative design, you will be seeing we are getting 5 types of images coming up. So we have to add 5 images there inside this creative design. Similarly, we will have to work for this. You can see I am clicking on this mobile design and we are getting 6 types of images. Okay. So all the thumbnails, whatever are coming here, are getting different types of images. Okay. So we'll have to put the image again and again. Coming back to the bracket. Okay. And as you can see, we have this li-ul. So what I'm doing here, I'm gonna duplicating this li tag multiple times as we need 5 images inside this. So we have to duplicate it 3 or 4 more times because I have already added here one. So I'm just selecting it and pressing Ctrl plus D. It's been duplicated. Right now we have to change its image name. So here I'm putting 2.png. Okay. Similarly, we'll keep going ahead. I'm just selecting it, pressing Ctrl D. It's been duplicated. Again, I'll be changing its name. Now we have remained 2 more for the first thumbnail. I have already added here 1, 2, 3 images. Right now we need 2 more. So I'm just duplicating it, changing its image name. You can even change its dummy text here. It's up to you. Whatever you want to put, you can put there. I'm just duplicating one more time and it's done. Friends, we have worked for the very first thumbnail. Now we have to work for the rest. We have 3 thumbnails available there already. Let me show you. As you can see, all the images are just falling here. Okay. So we have worked for the first thumbnail. Now we have to work for the rest 3 thumbnails. Okay. So again, we'll do the same work as I have done earlier. Only we'll change the file name and everything will be similar. Only we'll change the classes. Not classes, I'm changing the image name. Okay. So here I'm just taking extra space. Okay. And again I'm working for the second image. So just I'm copying this part from here. Okay. Pasting here. Only will change data attribute, that is called data file name. This will be having some different name. Okay. Obviously here I'm putting mobile design. Again we'll change its name 6.png. I'm just keep duplicating it 5 more times and only will change its name. So friends, we have worked now for the second thumbnail as well. If I show you, as you can see, all the images are just coming and falling here. It's looking kind of weird, isn't it? Don't worry, I'll be styling it and then we'll go for the JavaScript to make it look like cool as it is previous. Okay, now this time we have to work for the third thumbnail. Okay, so again going to the bracket here, and again we'll do the same work. I'm just duplicating this part by pressing Ctrl D, taking extra space for the third thumbnail. Okay, here I'm changing its data file name, that is interaction design. Okay, and here we'll change its name, image name actually. Okay, right now I'm changing its data file name, that will be something default. Here I'm putting branding design or branding. I'm just putting branding here. Okay, now I'm changing its name, image name 13. Again duplicating. So friends, we have worked for the third thumbnail. Right now we have remained one more. Okay, so again we'll have to just keep duplicating the upper line code. It's easy, isn't it? It is just like 1 2 3 saying. Okay. Now again I'm duplicating it, and this time we have to change its data file name. That will be something different, like introduction design. Introduction design. You can put any class name or the ID or the data file name. It's up to you totally. Okay. This time we will have to change its image name like 19.png, and again keep duplicating it multiple times as much the image or the thumbnails required there. Here I'm changing its image name like 20.png, and again I'm going for the 21, 22 like this. So finally we have linked all the images. Right now we'll do some styling. Okay, so for that we need to find the main class first, then we'll work for the inner classes. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going at the top. Very first class we have rep. This rep class is containing a bunch of classes. So one by one I'll be calling all the classes on the style.css. Coming here, just mentioning the ID, which is the rep, and this will be having some width like 100%, and also I'm gonna adding some maximum width like 1420 pixel. Now I'm putting some margin like 0 and auto, and also I'm gonna adding some padding to this like 0, 50 pixel. These are the values from the top right bottom left. Okay, now we have to work for the another class which is coming inside this. So we have a class called repo. This repo class I'm just calling here. Okay, this is the class, so I'll be putting dot repo. Inside this I'm putting position like relative, and padding should be 0, 0, 50 pixel and 0. Also I'm putting some margin 0 auto to this. Okay, now we have to work for the image, thumbnails image. So we have a class or the attribute here. You can see we have selected image source. So right now I'm targeting the main class with this image attribute. So very first class we have repo for this image and then image. Let's do the style.css. Mentioning here rep per image. Width should be something around 395 pixel and height should be 277 pixel. Okay. Now this time again I'm gonna working for the media query, or later on I'll be doing that. This time we have to work for some different section. Okay, so we have on the index page. Now I'm gonna working for this top bar which is containing the icon called back. See here, this is the top bar class. It is containing back icon. Okay, so this time we'll have to put the top bar, and this will be having some position like relative. Padding should be 20 pixel and 0, margin should be 0, 0, 40 pixel. I am working for the top bar. If I show in the file, you can see we are getting the icon here. This is the back icon. See here, we are getting, okay, all the images are just falling here and it's looking weird. Here on the top bar, after this I have to target the different class. Okay, for the back, you can see we have back icon here. This is, and we have a class called back. So right now I am working for this back. I am mentioning a back class. This will be having some width, height, position, left value, top value, everything. So let's put. Friends, you can put the values as it's need to you. Now putting border radius like 50%, so we'll get some circularity there and the circle shape. Now I'm putting text align like center, and also I'm putting line height to this like 38 pixel to align the icon at the very center to the circle. Okay, so we have added here line height. Now I'm putting color kind of black. Okay, and also I'm gonna adding some background to this like gray type. Now I'm putting cursor like pointer, and also I'm putting display like none, and this time I'm putting user select none. Okay, if I show you, as you can see the icon has got removed. Okay, I'll be bringing that back in the JavaScript. Coming to the style.css, this time we have to work for the grid which is available right here on the index page. Here we have the ID and the grip like TP grid. This TP grid I am calling there because we have to work for this title and also we have to work for this image. Okay, all the images are available here. Coming back to the style.css, mentioning here TP grid which is the class and the ID we have already. Okay, I am putting TP grid. First I am removing all the bullets from the images. That's why I am putting list style none. Will not get any bullets to the image. And also I'm putting position relative display like block. Inside this TP grid we have li tag. Okay, so just I'm calling here li and putting position to this like absolute, cursor like pointer, and again I'm putting border to this. Very first I'm putting its thickness like 5 pixel, its weight will be solid and the color will be white. Display like none and overflow should be hidden and backface visibility like hidden. Now I am putting some custom class called Node.js. I am putting this class there in the style.css to put some specific changes. Okay, I am putting here TP grid li. This li will be having node-d. Friends, here I am putting custom class called Node.js and also I am going to add some TP grid li. With this TP grid li, I am calling the class called Node.js. This Node.js class will be calling inside the JavaScript to put a specific changes. Now putting position like relative and display should be inline block. Okay. Inside the li we have an anchor link. So just I am copying it, okay, and pasting very below here and I am putting anchor link. I have added TP grid lia. Display should be block and then I'm going to adding some outline to this like none. Inside this TP grid li we have the image. So again I'm gonna putting TP grid li. This time we have to work for the image. So here I'm putting image source or the image just. Display should be block, border should be none. Now we have to work for the hover effect. You might have noticed when I'm putting my mouse pointer over the image, we are getting some hover effect. So for that we have a class specifically that is TP info. This TP info class is containing dummy text inside the span tag. So right now calling the TP info class right here. I am mentioning TP info. Okay. Inside this I am putting position like absolute. Background should be white. And also I am putting line height to this like 20 pixel. Color should be something like this. Now I am putting font size 22 pixel. Again I am going to line height 26 pixel. Top should be 40%. Width should be 75% obviously. And now I am going to add padding like 10 pixel. Font weight something around 400. And also we will have to work for the text align. Okay, because we have to. Friends, here I have added text align. I am putting it right here. And also I'm putting left values in the minus. Left value in the minus something around 100%. If you want to add the box shadow you can do that. If you don't, then just leave it. Okay. So if I show you how we are getting, then you will come to know we are getting nothing here. You can see we are not getting anything because we have put display like none most of the times. That's why we are getting out from here. Okay, now we have to add some basic plugin to make it work. Coming back to the Google right now, and here simply search jQuery staple.js. Very first link you will be getting code drops staple. Click on this. Now we have all the files available. Here we are going inside this JS folder. Okay, I'm going inside JS. You can see two files are available like jQuery staple.js, modernizer custom. Okay, so these two files I'm just gonna downloading it. Very first click on this jQuery staple.js. You can see at the very right side we have row. Click on this row and we'll get the file. Okay, press right mouse button and just save it in the folder where all the files are existing. Okay, so my file is available inside the folder now. Folder name is build website today. Right now, just here you can see I have already put here, but again I'm putting for you. I'm just saving it, and yes, now we need another file, that is modernizer. Okay, going back, and you can see at the very bottom we have modernizer. Just click on it and simply click on the row, press right mouse button and just save it in the same folder. Okay, I'm hitting the enter and it is asking for just replacing. I'm replacing it. Okay, so we have downloaded two files from the staple.js. Okay, now coming to the index page, going at the way down, there I'll be linking these files. Okay, you can see we have this script. Just below to this I'm putting a script giving a source to this like jQuery staple.js, and just before to this I'm putting a script, and this will be having the source, and this time I'm putting modernizer custom 62321.js. click on it. Now it's been linked. Still will not get anything until we'll put the JavaScript which is custom. So I'll be doing that right now. I'm putting a script. Inside this I'll be putting the custom JavaScript and it will start working cool. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll do it right now.